This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey, it's Ocean Sims and welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be taking a world overview and deeper look into the new world of Henford on Bagley. You will see my name bouncing around on the screen because this is a beta copy of The Sims 4 Cottage Living, and so therefore anything that you see here is subject to change, as this is not the final copy of The Sims 4 Cottage Living. But let's go ahead and jump right in, cozy up with a cup of coffee or tea and a really comfortable blanket, and we're just going to do a chill world overview. And we're also going to dip and dive into the families, the scenic views here, and just everything Henford on Bagley has to offer. From the natural beauty of Cordelia Falls to the clear, brisk currents of the River Bagley, the mingling of earth and water makes Henford on Bagley a lovely place to visit, but perhaps an even lovelier place to live. Villagers here connect with the history of the land while finding friendship in the furry and feathery creatures that inhabit the woods. So what if the average neighbor is a little more gossipy? You couldn't ask for a better place to grow, tend, and nurture a more natural life. We have 3 neighborhoods in Henford on Bagley, and they each feature 4 lots per neighborhood. We also have 1 rental lot here, so if you just want a vacation in Henford on Bagley for a little bit, you can do that as well. We also have a national park called the Isle of Oak Park. And then there's a bar called the Gnome's Arms. And fun fact, these lots were actually created by creators in our own community. So shout out to Hey Harry, Claire Shiavon, Devon Bumpkin, and Thomas TV for contributing to this pack. So the first world I want to talk about is the Bramblewood. The natural beauty of these woods have long provided a picturesque place for many wild birds, rabbits, and foxes to call home. Whether secreting a small surprise under Sophie the Snow, bringing an easel to paint the serene Cordelia Falls, foraging for wild mushrooms, or finding romance among the ruins on the Isle of Oak, any sim would be transformed by a day in the Bramblewood. The first lot we're going to look at is the Isle of Oak Park, and I'm looking at it in build mode because I do want you to see just how big, like what's actually considered this park. It's this little square area here which features 2 picnic tables and a grill, and there's also harvestables like little bushes of berries and blueberries and such around this actual park too, which is really cool. But here you can see the pontoon is being used in full effect, which I also go over that because this is a base game update. In this pack, you actually see a lot of park benches because you need these in order to have a picnic. You need a table or a picnic table of some sort, and so this is the perfect place to have a picnic at. Diagonal from the Isle of Oak, we have Sophie the Snail, which is like a snail maze, and you can actually take selfies with this snail, which we will take a look into. I'm actually going to go live with one of the families that live in Bramblewood, but looking at it from this view, you can see that everything somewhat feels slightly together. So although you'll be visiting Isle of Oak Park, when you're actually playing with these families, it feels like a whole open world essentially. So this is the rental lot, which I'm going to take a look into, and then we'll be jumping into the Moody and McMillan household. If you just want a quick stay here in Henford on Bagley, we have a nice modern-ish type of cottage here. I love the build. I think it's very, very cute. Now I will say it's a little bit too modern for me, but again, if you are vacationing here, it kind of makes sense because you may not want the full effect of a cottage life. If you want your Sims to live here, you can always change the lot type, and if you want to change something else to a rental lot, you can do that. I'd want the full like cottage life experience. We also have a starter lot in Bramblewood, which is the Cordelia Secret Cottage, and they call it this because we're right next to the waterfall, which is absolutely beautiful. But this cottage is really cute. I feel like if you're just starting off playing this pack, this would be a really, really nice place to start because you have a little shed here and a chicken coop, so the best of both worlds with your single sim, just to like familiarize yourself with the pack, because I was quite overwhelmed with all the features at first, and taking care of animals is a job, you know. They call this Cordelia Secret Cottage, I think, because it's all the way up on this hill and you can barely see it. You know, it's almost like you're looking over everything, which is just stunning. Residing in Bramblewood is the Moody and McMillan household. After working an office job for more years than he'd cared to admit, Derek found a man willing to live the rustic dream of his youth, and the two moved to his family cottage and never left. When not fending off financial offers from developers who see their home as a prime target, Ian and Derek balance their days between adventure and quiet, depending on who's in charge of the agenda. Despite, or perhaps because of, their differences, time has been most kind to these elderly lovebirds who live a contented retirement as key members of the Henford on Bagley community. I love them. Oh gosh, they are so cute. So they both are basically jobless and they're just like retired here in Henford on Bagley. And their house is just, oh my goodness, their home is so cute. I really, really love how right out here, it looks like this is their driveway and this is their coupe and Jeep here. I don't know who owns which one, but I just love it so much. You have lots of land here to start some gardening for them. And they only have a chicken coop. So they're just, they just have their chickens and their garden here. Their home is just to die for. It's so rustic and just so beautiful and spacious. There's a woodworking table here to practice on. I love that the platform is being used here in this build too. And if you just head upstairs, like there is, gosh, it's just so nice. And it looks like Mr. Derek here has a cross stitching level 4 and he even has cooking level 9, so he's pretty good at cooking. I love that they come with skills and I just love that they're just not starting from scratch, and their story actually matches what's going on. And in fact, it looks like Ian is close to Agatha, which is very unusual because sometimes when you start off hacks, they're not close to each other, they barely know each other, but he's obviously close to Agatha. It says that they're deeply connected, so I wonder how, but they have a great and solid friendship. And going over to Derek, it looks like he only has a relationship with Michael here, who is the creature keeper who also lives in Bramblewood, which I'm going to take us to the creature keeper if I could here. All the way over here is the creature keeper. If I focus the camera on the creature keeper, I will see that he's over here running around. So he doesn't have an actual lot where he lives. It's more like this rabbit hole type of area, but his actual home is really nice and you can use his garden as you please. He has a rabbit home in front of his place as well, so you see the little rabbits roaming around. It's just very well furnished and it feels so whimsical and magic and like fairy-like over here. Once you inspect his cottage, it'll say out to say good morning to the birds while I try and find some tasty mushrooms or chocoberries in the ruins. The creature keeper. Right in the middle of Bramblewood, you have these bushes, raspberries, you have mushrooms lying around here, and all of this is going to be super helpful for the errands that you're going to complete for them. So just be mindful because you actually have to look and like find these little these little things. There's actually mushrooms around here somewhere. When I was playing, I had to find some mushrooms and I had to find them over here. Oh, here. Some nightly mushrooms. This is a really beautiful area. This is where you can socialize with the birds here. Anytime you see a tree stump like this, you can socialize with a flock of birds and make them your friends or what have you. This river is swimmable. This river Bagley runs throughout all of the neighborhoods essentially, and so you can swim in it in all of the neighborhoods. So I really love that. Like I love that they can swim here and the water just looks so nice. Bramblewood is a really, really beautiful neighborhood and the string lights here are so gorgeous, even at night. And so if you're coming here, whether you're coming here in the day or night, it's just a really nice place to go fishing. It's more of the woodsy place, more of the woodsy, whimsical, fairy-like atmosphere. The next world I want to talk about is Old New Henford, which has a very soft place in my heart. An area that boasts rolling hills, lush estates, and a small community garden, Old New Henford is perhaps best known for its historical naming woes. Initially known as Little Henford, the neighborhood renamed itself New Henford in an attempt to escape its diminutive origins. However, in neglecting to inform national map makers, they ceased to officially exist for a 2-week period. When told that to be reinstated would require yet another name change, residents chose Old New Henford, which beat out the other choice, New Henford, by a single vote. That whole story was a hot mess, but here is the empty lot that is in Old New Henford. It is called 2 Old Mill Lane, and we have, one thing I like about it is that it's not completely empty. We have like a tree here. Of course, you can move this wherever or just delete it, but I just love that it just feels like there was genuinely land here, and now you can do whatever you want with it. The scenic views just look on point. Like this feels like this is a neighbor here and a lonely little shed. We have some cows in the background. This is just decor, standstill stuff, but it really, really helps you see that here in Old New Henford, it's more about the estates, the big farmers. To me is where kind of like who would be featured here is like the big farmers with the estates and all that stuff like that. And then heading over to 3 Old Mill Lane, which is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. This home is so gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful estate. It looks so like old fashioned, but just so put together, and I love it. Here it features a little place to place some plots down for some gardening. You also have an animal shed here. I actually don't think they have a chicken coop in here, but you could definitely make room for one. Beautifully furnished, 3 big bedrooms, and the bathrooms are humongous. So I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love how old-fashioned this kitchen looks. It's just a really well done place. Now you'll notice that a lot of the lots here have the Wild Foxes Lot Challenge, which means they basically want the wild foxes to be a problem for you on almost every lot. You can turn those off, but as you can see, lot challenges, wild foxes. It's so that the foxes kind of come and disrupt your garden and disrupt your chickens, and if you want to take that off again, you can take it off of your lot challenges. Let's go here and visit a new start. This household, a new start. After living in the big city and having her heart broken, Cecilia decided to ditch everything she knew for a small garden plot and some chickens. She's still looking for someone to share this life with, though after a date she'd love to forget. With local creature keeper Michael Bell, she's happy to only form long-term attachments with the critters that visit for now. Apparently she had went out on a date with the creature keeper. Now if we open the sim profile, it is true to the story. Awkward after a bad date. That date was excruciatingly bad. Not Cecilia's best moment. Cute cringeworthy memories whenever Cecilia sees Michael. You'll also find that there's also an errand here that kind of is correlated with Michael Bell as well, which I really love because someone else I think has a crush on Michael Bell. That isn't Cecilia, and it's just really cute because it's true to the story. I love this little lot. Her home is so beautiful, and there's an upstairs. I actually haven't visited her home yet. Oh, it's so cute. It's like a little like loft style. That is so precious. We have a rabbit home nearby. We probably also have some bushes and harvestables nearby as well. We have a picnic table here, and again, you can swim here in the river on Bagley. It still connects to everything, so you can swim. It's swimmable water in all 3 neighborhoods on a certain part of the river, and I really love that because it's right next to these picnic tables. You can grill out, have fun. And then also, if you come over here, this is the community garden that they were speaking about. It honestly just gives you this feeling that the world is open world. You know, it makes me feel that way. I just love the way this looks. If you click here, you can learn about the villagers. You can also read about the fair, and this is also possible in the town of Finchwick as well. But I love this. Like, can you believe this is just an open plot of land? And even if you come all the way over here, you can see this huge pond where you can go fishing. It is so beautiful and woodsy. I love it because it's almost like Bramblewood, but not too fairy tale, whimsical and all that. We have another bush. There are so many raspberries and blueberries around this whole entire world. The next family living in Old New Henford is the Watson family. Inheriting the family estate was always the plan, but Thomas may be in over his head. For a man who equates success with crop size, he's losing both his confidence and his family. While his wife, Rami, loves the country air, her feelings for her husband are becoming stale and her affections have wandered. The oldest of their children, Rashida, feels trapped, preferring to dream of a future outside Henford on Bagley. Dreams that have sparked something between her and a kindred soul. The 2 youngest couldn't be more different. Imran treasures the security of life at home, while Myra can be found bravely venturing out into the unknown. Will this hectic family come together or fall apart in their old new home? Wow, there's a lot of drama, and if we click into the household, immediately Thomas is feeling a very unsettling sentiment. It says feeling hurt. Time might heal Thomas's pain, but it still hurts for now. Looking at his relationship panel, if we go to Rami, his wife, it says awkward friends. Things started out friendly, but then it got weird. But they are married, and it says that he's hurt. Thomas feels wronged by Rami, and being around Rami will remind Thomas of that pain. And you guys want to know what Rami did? I know you're like, well, what did she do? You guys, look at this hot mess. Okay. Same thing with Thomas. He feels hurt. She doesn't feel anything about him. But with Lavina, this is the mayor. Rami is bitter about a breakup with the mayor. She was sleeping with the mayor. I can't make this up. Like, they gave us drama. Rami can't quite shake some resentment towards Lavina about how their romantic relationship ended. Rami might find it unpleasant to be around Lavina for a while. And the mayor feels guilty. Lavina feels bad about something that happened with Rami, but doesn't know how to make it right. So they are not on good terms, and maybe we had a little bit of a love triangle. And you know, this person right here, Raul, is actually Lavina's son, I believe, because they share the same last name and he's a teen. And I guess we're not cool with him, and that could possibly be because we were sleeping with his mom. I would have never thought Rami and the mayor. When I first saw the pack in the trailer, it just went right over my head. So this family has a huge estate though. Honestly, their life couldn't look any more picture perfect. This world, this home, everything is gorgeous. I love this particular lot because it's right next to this really like farmy, I don't know, the hills, I can't describe things how I want, but you guys know what I mean. You come up the road here and you just travel on to the estate. They have a chicken coop and they also have an animal shed, but they don't have any animals in it just yet. And so that's up to you, whatever you want to place in there. Their home is absolutely gorgeous. I love their pond. They have a pond in the backyard. They have this huge plot of land to like farm everything your heart desires. And I really, really love their home. This is the upstairs. Can you believe Just Space Game and Cottage Living? Like, it's crazy. It's so well done. I love the big kitchen, the big dining room area and living room area as well. I love when the homes have a lot of space, but not too much. And this is just absolutely perfect. And then on to good old Finchwick. Nestled along the river Bagley, the old mill village of Finchwick prides itself on its bustling and close-knit community. Its historic square features a pub and quaint stalls amid a flowering garden, perfect for a little window shopping. Tourists and locals alike flock to the weekly village fair, where Finchwick's mayor makes a special appearance to judge entries and gossip about the latest happenings. We are at 1 Cobble Bottom Street. This literally looks like it could be a home right next to it, but it's just a little decor home. But I love it. It's really small, quiet, and quaint. It's actually about a little bit over 31,000 simoleons. There's no chicken coop or animal shed, just for your good old fashioned country cottage living sim that just wants to inhabit this world. But you do have a little study here, which honestly could be another bedroom if you wanted it to. And we have a bedroom here with a bathroom. It's a really nice, small, quiet, and quaint, and I do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and head over to 5 Cobble Bottom Street, which is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom starter home. I love this starter home. I'm actually playing in it with my Cottage Living gameplay. I changed it up just a little bit, but I didn't have to change it up too much. I felt like it was so perfect. For a 2-bedroom, for this to be a starter, I think it's absolutely like just super editable, you know, so you can edit it to your heart's desire. And I just really like it. I love the layout. It's really simple, furnished really nice. And now we are going to visit the Scott household, which is the only family that lives in Finchwick. As owners of the Gnome's Arms, Finchwick's beloved pub, the Scotts are living the dream. Well, Sarah's dream at least. Simon, a city boy with no more city around, still feels a bit awkward every time he runs into a chicken. Still, he's here to support his wife's dream. Will their hopes of adding a new member to their tiny family changes things up for better or worse? Just like the rest of the townies in this pack, they have skills, charisma level 6. That's amazing. And I just love that because look at her. She's a bartender and she has mixology level 10. Makes sense. And if you take a look at their relationships, looks like we are close with Agnes. And what about Simon? Simon is not close with Agnes. So one thing that's funny about Simon is that he's clumsy. And so you actually find him walking around and like stumbling. And I hope that he does it just like within gameplay. But you'll find him like stumbling around here. And it's so funny because I couldn't figure out why he kept tripping. And there, you know, we don't have seasons in here. So there's no mud puddles or anything that he could go, you know, trip on. But he's tripping over his feet, and I've never had a clumsy sim do that. So I don't know if they updated that with this pack or just with the base game update, whatever the case may be. Their home is so cute, and just like their story, aww, they want to add another baby, or not another baby. They want to have a baby, and look, there is a nursery there. I love that the home speaks for the description. Could you imagine having breakfast here? Like, oh wow. Now let's head over and visit the bar at the Gnome's Arms. So we are here at the Gnome's Arms, which is aka the bar that Sarah is supposed to own. And before we go inside, I just want to take a look at the outside. It's a very gorgeous, stays true to the cottage theme. Just like the other worlds, again, we have these picnic tables here where you can have a little picnic. We have the grills here. You can swim in this river. Oh gosh, it's so cute. I love this river. It just goes through. I mean, that's like the big thing for me. And I know I keep repeating myself, but honestly, I'm in love with this river. So I just hope that you're just as much in love with it as I am. Like, do you see this? You can also fish right here. And there's another picnic table right here as well. And I guarantee this is blueberries. Blueberries, see, they are everywhere. This town center here is where you're gonna find most of the townies that you see here when you click on this board to hit learn about the villagers. So you will see most of the villagers walking in this general area during the day. When you click on this board, it says, welcome to Henford on Bagley. Meet the residents of Henford on Bagley who keep Finchwick running. Pitch in and become a part of our community by talking to the villagers and offering to help them with their various errands. And here you can see everyone that's like the main staple, the villagers of this community. You have Agatha and Agnes Crumplebottom, Michael Bell, Raul Chopra, Kim Goldblum, Lavina Chopra, and Lilith Whalen, which says pub owner. And the only reason why it says this right now is because I have entered their household, and for some reason she is now the pub owner, but it's only because I am actually playing with Sarah Scott. So I'm not going to go into work as a mixologist when playing with Sarah Scott. In my Cottage Living gameplay, it says Sarah Scott. But yeah, so it's just like with the Journey to Batu, or when you play with someone that's a designated character in game, it kind of alters the gameplay. We have the garden shop here, and we also have the grocery stall. So you can get some goods here from each one, and they each have like different things. These two stalls are actually about to close because they close at 7 p.m. But as you can see, you can buy all your groceries, some cookbooks, anything that you might need for your kitchen so that you can cook, especially if you're using the Simple Living Lot Challenge. Did you see him? He just almost fell. Like, I swear, that was the cutest thing. Here he's about to window shop. So these are like rabbit hole buildings where, well, they're not really going inside, but you can just click on them and window shop and you'll get a mood buff for it. If your sim's just visiting here and you just click window shop, it really gives this like tourist vibe, which is kind of cute. But here at this particular building, if you click on it, you can actually change your outfit from here. You can also window shop and plan your outfit from here as well. So it's almost like a clothing boutique. And if you zoom in here, all of these clothings, all these items, like these are actually in Create a Sim. So I thought that was kind of interesting too, and kind of cohesive. But if we come in here, we see my wife, Sarah, would normally be here. It's bothering me that she's like labeled as the pub owner, and in my gameplay, like Sarah's the pub owner. I don't know why I entered here with my family, with this family, because duh, it's gonna throw everything off. So any of the villagers listed on that board will have special interactions. You can actually have a Henford heart-to-heart with them, and they'll each tell you something special about Henford on Bagley. You can also offer them a favor. One of my favorite things you can do with the villagers is offer to help them with errands. And so you can select up to 3 errands with 3 different sims. Like say you want to help her with 1 and then help another sim with 2 more. You can do that. And these errands are only applicable to the villagers listed on that board. So the awesome thing about them is that when you're doing them, each one of them has different rewards. Some of these rewards are really like hands-on. Like with this one, you get a new drink recipe. But the fun thing was that I actually got to choose which drink was now being served in the pub, which you can check out with my gameplay. If you haven't watched, keep watching. It's a 5-part, just mini little LP of it all. You can also offer a Finchwick favor, which means, you know, like they'll give you something and they want you to pass it along. So you'll go to like someone else and also do something kind, like give them some berries or give them some fresh produce that you have, or some animal clothing or something else. And so it's a really nice, close-knit type of community lifestyle that I really, really love. That sums it up for the world of Henford on Bagley. I am absolutely in love with this world, from like the scenic views, the ASMR sounds of Cordelia Falls, and the chirping of the birds and the roosters waking you up at 5 a.m. in the morning. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below and I'll try my best to answer as fast as I can. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time. Alrighty, peace out.